Do you think Durant should have played last night?
I have such mixed emotions, but the answer is no. I've dealt with this many times as an agent. I dealt with it as a player myself. I've had 6 surgeries playing, and if I could go back in time and tell my younger self, I probably wouldn't have played, because there's 2 sides to every athlete. There's the player that wants to play, that's a warrior, wants to go out there, and then there's the person. And looking back on it, I had like 4 or 5 surgeries where I know I probably shouldn't have come back to play. Looking back on it now as a 51-year-old man. But back then, I wanted to play. I wanted to be a part of the team. Kevin Durant, I wish, and I'm sure he did, I'm sure he could have reached out to former players or people who've been in this situation. My answer to him is no, he shouldn't have played. There's too much at risk. And what I mean by too much at risk is this young man I know wanted to get out there and be in a place where we all dream of playing. We want to play in the NBA Finals. We want to play for a championship. But you have to respect the game itself. And the game is, you don't just take a month off and then come back and play in the finals, right? There's no way for you to get your conditioning. There's no way to get the reaction. But more importantly, like your body, that's why we have a month of training camp to get ready for the season. You just don't take a month off, and especially when it's a lower extremity injury, and then all of a sudden come out there and be ready to play at the level that game is being played at. But again, that was his call. And, I had a player that I represent currently still is Derrick Rose. And those were some of the most difficult conversations that I've had, because you're dealing with human nature. The D Rose character wanted to play. But Derrick Rose, I had to talk to Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose is the person that has to live with this decision for the rest of his life. And that's always tough, because the player sometimes is the most dominant of the personalities. And I just felt awful for Kevin Durant, because you knew in his heart of heart that he wanted to play, he wanted to contribute, he wanted to be there. But at the same time, the respect that you have to give this game and these athletes, and you have to really prepare yourself for that moment is, sometimes you just have to say, you know what, I want to do it, but the body won't allow me to do it at that time.
Well, you say, again, B.J. Armstrong here on the show, you say you watch every game twice.
Yes.
You said, okay. So then the first time you watched the game live, were you thinking after the 11-point first quarter, seeing the Warriors get a clear jolt, looking like a totally different team and a must-have game, were you sitting there thinking he still shouldn't be playing right now?
Well, when I saw how he was running up and down the court, I didn't like it. I didn't like his gait. I didn't like how he was extending, and I saw him moving gingerly as he was going up the court. He wasn't exploding up the court. He was just kind of taking his time. He was walking into his shots. Now, he made them, got the results he was looking for, but I look at things, players' ability to react. Like, the one play, I think he got knocked down on a defense, I think his very first foul, like he just didn't react to the play. And to me, that's a sign. Defensively is where you are the slowest to recover, because it requires you to react. Offensively, I know what I'm going to do. I know if the ball is going to swing, I can step into it and shoot. But defensively, he didn't really react. Now, he got up, he popped up, he took the physicality, took the blow, but I just didn't like how he was moving. I didn't like his gait as he was exploding up the floor. I mean, he is like a beautiful athlete, meaning he runs, he extends, he covers ground. If you just watch like the first minute or two of the game, he was walking gingerly, and I just didn't like that when I saw the first couple minutes or so of the game.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.